Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan and welcome to my channel Jonathan's Diamond Painting and Stuff. If you're new here, I'm very glad to have you. If you like the videos I do, just please like the video and subscribe for further content. But I'm thrilled that you've managed to find me and I hope you stay for more. So today is an exciting day. I'm finally going to unbox and kit up my Home is Where the Magic Is kit. Okay, this is very exciting day. So as I said in my last video, I'm doing what we call a fam along, which is fantasy and magic along. So it's similar to Drills and Chills event in America, and it is where we are all together doing a fantasy and magical kit. We start with a blank canvas at the beginning of September, so September the 1st is when it starts, and then it finishes on October the 31st. Everyone that takes part gets entered into a grand prize draw at the end, and yeah, it's just really a focus on the community-ness of it, and just sharing with each other and following each other as it goes along, chatting to each other, and I think there'll be a lot of other little things along the way. We've got a few brilliant sponsors. I think we've got Add More Zest, who make diamond painting trays and accessories. Oh, and we've also got Crafty Makes, who make beautiful diamond painting pens and moulds. Okay, so yeah, very, very, very exciting. So without much ado, I'll just talk about it a little bit. So yeah, this is Home is Where the Magic Is. It's by an artist called Randal Spangler, who I'm sure many of you will know, who is quite famous for his cartoony dragon sort of artistic style, with all his little draglings, as he calls them, and larger dragons. He does tend to do a more fantastical depiction in his paintings. He has a collection of paintings called Houses of Ohm, OHM. I'm not actually sure what that means, but it's some kind of fantasy world, I think. But anyway, and he has released several of them in this range. So he has released one called Some Enchanted Evening, and then he released Springtime Splendor. I think that was late last year, and earlier this year he released Home is Where the Magic Is, which is this one. Now this one is like kind of a wintry house, so it's like kind of a it's almost like I think it does actually have some Christmassy themes in it, so I thought it'd be perfect doing this time of year going up to Christmas. And as I tend to be quite slow, I thought if I don't finish it by the end of the fam along, at least I can carry on doing that up to Christmas. So I am going to stop doing my solar system kit at the end of September to start this one. Okay, so I'm thrilled. I'm really, really excited to do this kit, because I think it's got some speciality drills in as well. I think there might be some fairy dust in here. So I've not looked it up to see what it is, because I want to see it again for the very first time, you know, when I open it. Yeah, I'm also excited because I'm hoping very, very soon they're going to release Trick or Treat, which is a Halloween haunted house sort of style house that Randal Spangler has painted, and we all voted on that earlier in the year, and I would highly doubt that there wouldn't have been enough votes to for this to be released. So I'm hoping any day or week or month now. It just depends whether they're going to want to release it exactly in line with Halloween or coming up to Halloween, like a lot of the other Halloween kits so far this year have been. So yeah, very, very excited. A big Randal Spangler fan. I just love colour. I love cartoony pieces, you know. So yeah, so without much ado, let's get it open. A little bit of the caveat, just so you know, that I have actually already opened this, like a lot of my other kits. So the toolkit and the cover minder and everything have already been removed. So I'm literally looking at the canvas and the drills, kitting up the drills and preparing the canvas ready. Okay. So it's quite a big one. Let's see if there's anything else in there. Yeah, sticker sheet. Yeah, so we have 58 colours. So that's actually not as many colours as I thought. And yeah, we have one fairy dust drill and 2 ABs. Okay, so that's very Lovely. So I'm looking forward. The Serious Dust Drill is actually green by the looks of it. So we'll get this all out and then just have a little look. Okay, so I'm just opening the canvas. Like I said, it's quite a big one. And very beautiful. It's a very, very dark canvas though, you know, you wouldn't think that for a Christmas one, but there are a lot of dark colours in this top section, so I'm just thinking, what is this down arrow colour? Let's have a look. That is... Just trying to find it. Ah, here we are, 823. Yes, I think that's one of the dark navy colours. And we have got some 310s around here, and I'm guessing there'll be a lot of 310 outline. Actually, no, there isn't actually. I'm surprised. There's not actually that much outlining of 310s around the castle, so that's a change actually, so that's quite nice. So a lot of this detail is built up through the colours, which is very different. Yeah, but what I'll do is, because I'm just going to have a look at the drills and then kit all of those up and just have a look to try and find those speciality drills, and then we will come back to the canvas at the end when I just put all the release papers, and I'll have another proper look at everything then. Okay. So, just rolling it this way for now. I will roll it the opposite way when I'm preparing it. Okay. Also give you a good panned out view. Right, let me just put that to one side. Okay, so I'm kitting this up now, so there's no issues with me getting this back in the bag. So, like I said, there's 58 colours. Let's have a good look. So I can see one of the ABs already, that's 125. It's actually a very pale mint green, I think, that one. Which is interesting. So not the standard white, but, oh well, actually, and here it is. I think we've got the standard white one here, 141. Yeah, so we've got a mint green. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, so we've actually got 141, but I'm used to them having the big numbers next to them, but 141 actually has that kind of international white symbol of a dot, which is used a lot for white in cross-stitch patterns. So that's a new, but it's not a problem. There's not that much white in it actually. There's not a lot in that bag at all, really. But and here we are. Here's the fairy dust. Now there's not a lot of that in this pattern. Again, there's very, very few scattered about. I'm just having a little look, because this is the very first time I've actually seen fairy dust. So see if I can just bring that up to the camera a little bit. Excuse, this is my iPhone, not my my good camera, because I can't get the zoom out, so you can't see as much with my good camera, unfortunately. But I hope you can see that just has a little bit of the shimmer. It's like got that kind of a glittery wholeness to it, so the whole thing kind of shimmers rather than that real sparkle that the ABs have. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to working with them. Curious whether they'll be as hard as ABs to place or whether they'll be easier. But yeah, it's quite a dark colour palette, a lot of purple in this, touches of red tones, some lilac-y colours, a lot of browns, and a lot of the darker tones. So I'm just going to kit all these colours up now. So I'll speed up the video and put some nice music on for you to chill, maybe while you're whipping while I'm doing this, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, I've got all my bags sorted into the different piles. As you might be able to see, we've got a heck of a lot more purple than anything else. I think there's a lot of dark colours here, a lot of brownish tones from going over into reds. Actually, that should be over there. Yeah, actually. A few orangey, yellowy tones, some very, very dark green tones, including that Fairy Dust Drill, which is the one that starts with the Z, Z704. So I will have a look in the canvas later to see where all these are. Obviously it comes with the sticker sheet. And the little sticker as well. I can never decide what to do with all these stickers. Some people stick these on the side of the boxes if they're not going to kit them up straight away, just so you can see more clearly on the box what it is. I'm a bit mixed. Sometimes I put it on my kit box, sometimes I just save it for my book later. But what I do also do, because this has the start and finish date on it, I peel this out. I have to chop the top and the bottom off a little bit, but then I put that in my exercise book that I've designated as my logbook. It's just a normal exercise book, and I stick this in onto a page, and just so I can keep a record of my projects. Okay. I'm waiting for a sticker machine. I just ordered a Make ID sticker machine, so unfortunately that's not here today. It's coming tomorrow, I think. So before it comes in, unfortunately, I'm just stuck with normal labels. But because this is only a 58 pot kit, I might actually take up what somebody else did and use the rest of these pots to pot up the rest of each colour from the spare from the rest of the bag, because obviously these pots only take almost a full bag, but not a whole full bag. So we'll just see how we go anyway. But obviously I'll need an extra label for that, and the sticker machine would have been really useful for that, but yeah, it's not here today. Okay, so I'm just going to speed up the motion again and just get all these potted up. Okay, so that was a bit difficult. I've clearly not got my best A game on today because I had a few spillages, but I was able to utilise my trusty dustpan and brush that my bestie Sarah got me for my birthday, and I didn't know whether I would, but actually that was pretty good, you know, because I had a couple of spillages, a couple of misjudged moments where I just thought that all the drills would fit in a container and they didn't. But it's okay. I mean, I've had very minor losses here, so I'm quite happy with that. I mean, the colour tones on this one are very, very, very similar. Yeah, so before I just begin, I've just had a really dumb blonde moment where I didn't label one of my spare drill pots. And obviously this was the right way to do it because I had 80 pots and I just managed it into 80 pots. So it's actually exactly the right number, but obviously all the extras from each bag have a fit into all the extra drill pots that I wasn't going to be using, which is a really good way to do it. So thank you to the person on the group chat for suggesting that to me, because you know that was a really, really good idea. So I've just had a dumb blonde moment, so just let me try and fix this and figure out which. Yes, I think it is that one. Yes, I'm pretty certain it is that one, but I'm just going to empty a couple of drills onto this. I'm going to empty them onto my green tray because I think this will show up better than anything. And let's just open up some of these. Just over here. Just get my tweezers and just bring two of these together. Yeah, I am pretty sure they are the same colour. Okay. Phew. Don't ever do that again, Jonathan. There we go. So that is number 938. Yeah. 938. We haven't got any other extra 938, so let's just hope for the best. And we've got an extra bag of 938 as well, so that's a good indicator that that is the one. Because if it's a full bag and there's an extra bag, yeah. But anyway, right, so let's just have a little look at this colour palette. So the dominant colour in this kit has to be purple. I mean, there is shed loads of it. I mean, that is about, let's have a look at all the shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 shades of purple. Yeah, so that is a lot, isn't it? And I can see it now. I didn't really notice it when I bought this kit, but it's kind of that nighttime glow with the night sky reflecting off the building and everything, and the snow having that really dark, dusky sort of purple hue, and it kind of goes into some of the trees, and yeah, so it's quite beautiful the way it's come out. So yeah, so that's that. There's a lot of brown. Well, yeah, there's a few brown, different shades of brown, dark going into warmer tones, earthy tones, as you would expect. Then there's quite a few different, really dark black and navy blues and navy blacks. And then we got our ABs. So I've got 1, 2, and dot. So yellowy, like kind of a lemony yellow, a mint, like kind of a minty, very pale mint green, and the standard 141. What kit would be the same without it? And then just a few pale, yeah, that's like in a flesh. I've just put these pale colours together. I mean, to be honest, that could almost go with purple, but we'll keep it over here. And then we've got some blues. Not too many, but a few, about 10. Well, no, actually, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blues. We don't have a royal blue, but we've got darker than that, so just have some more darker blues going into like a paler blue there, you know. So that they're nice. 4 reds. 4 reds going into pinks. So there's no 666 Frank red here. There's a 900, which is quite a bright red. 816, which is more of a rich rouge. 498, which is getting into the pinky sort of side of red, and 3687, which is like kind of the almost a fuchsia pink, but not quite, more of a rose pink, I would say. And then we just got the greens. So nothing shockingly bright here apart from this Mysterious Fairy dust drill, Z704. So yeah, I'm just really interested where these are, because it's not that obvious. So I'm wondering if that's actually if it's in the fairy. Ha ha! Fairy dust drills for the fairy. Oh dear, Jonathan. How stupid can you get? But yeah, so yeah, and the other greens are more dark, very dark tones of green, so I'm guessing they'll be in the trees or in the branches of the trees or whatever, but we'll have a look in a minute. So I'm just going to sort these into my thing. So as purple is the predominant colour, I'm going to start at the bottom from the darkest purples going up to the lightest. Yeah, and if I had to pick a favourite colour for this kit, it's really hard actually, because I think my favourite colour from the last kit was the royal blue. I'm trying to think what number that was. Was that 796 or 976? Oh, just a second. Yeah, here it is. It is 796. Yeah. Yeah, that was my favourite colour from Solar System. 796, a real beautiful royal blue. And to be honest, I mean, I do like my classic colours, but it's going to have to be one of these beautiful purples. And to be honest, I think it's got to be this 550. I do love that purple. That's a beautiful purple. Yeah, very nice. Let me just chuck some into my hand so you can see a bit better. I do like that purple. Okay. Shouldn't really do that because I could increase moisture in the drills. I just realised, but just wanted you to see a bit better. Don't do that. Right, anyway, but we'll start from the darkest going up. I actually find this quite difficult sometimes because there's so many subtle shades of lilac, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I might rearrange it, and then I'm just going to put all these extra colours at the back. Not really going to be fussed about what order I put them in. Okay, and we'll just go over to blue now. So from the darkest blues, it doesn't have to be an exact science this if you do it this my way. Yeah, I just find shades of colour go so much better. I'll just go into the blacks now, the dark colours, sorry. If you just roughly know what shade you're doing, then it's just, you go into that area and you find it much more quickly, I find. Okay, I'm going to go into the browns now, to the darkest colours. Actually, that 9, elusive 938. I've put that there already, haven't I? think I'll do the reds. Okay. Not very many of these, so it's not desperate to get them in any particular order. Just putting the greens in. This fairy dust is not going to be used very much like the AB, so I'm just going to put those all together, and then I've just got my three very pale tones there. So I'm just going to put my fairy dust all together there. Sorry, my ABs and fairy dust all together there, and the extras back there. Oh, I've missed these. I've just got my yellowy and orangey tones, so I'm just going to stick them in here. Just going to stick those behind there, and these all fit nicely in here. There you go. Well, that is my colour palette, and how different can that be than the last one I did? Because I did Solar System, if you remember. I'll try and do a screenshot of the Solar System colour palette. Let's just see if you can see this one. So you can see, I mean, it's a very, very muted colour palette. There's not very many bright colours in this one. So I am looking forward to it, but I think I will also look forward to some other of Randal Spangler's which have brighter colours in. But yeah, so now I've done that, I'm just going to, also it's good to note is there are a lot of extra bags. So because there's fewer colours, there's quite a few extra bags of colour. So yeah, so what I'll do now is I will just put these away, and I will get the canvas out, and we'll look at that, and then get to preparing that and just having a bit of an examination of it just to see where all these colours are. So I'm just going to put these all away for now. I will put them a lot tidier when I'm preparing to actually start this project in a week or so's time. Okay, so as with all Diamond Art Club canvases, these are self-flattening if you just roll it in the opposite direction. So I'm just going to do this and then roll it this way. I think I rolled this on the carpet and it got all the hairs from the carpet on it. I'm not too bothered because it's on the underneath side, and if I'm preparing to hang this after it's done, I will of course use one of the my pet's brush things. It's not too bad, but if you're just wondering what all that is, it's just my cat Justin. He loves to try and scratch my carpet in my craft room. I shout at him, Justin, stop that! And he does stop that. But yeah, he's a bit of a menace, but I love him dearly. He's just such a beautiful boy. He's a tabby, domestic tabby, and just for a second, and owns the place well and truly. He has another brother called Guybrush. They're named after computer game characters. Justin is an adventurer in a game called Grandia, which is a Japanese role-playing game I played when I was younger. And Justin is a very adventurous cat, actually, like his namesake. And Guybrush is named after Guybrush Threepwood, who is a character from the game series called Monkey Island, and who wants a character who wants to be a pirate. And then, funnily enough, he doesn't really live up to his namesake because he tends to stay in a lot, so he doesn't do very much adventuring or anything. But that's the name of our cats. Yes, but sometimes... There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? So, just have a little look at this now. So you can see some of the nuances in the colours. So there are some of these more brighter colours like the greens and everything. There's a people in the doorway here, and little people skating here. I guess there's a Christmas wreath or something here. Little bits of colour around the snowman. bits of yellow here and there in all the windows, and the orange is coming in. No fairy dust to be seen down here, so I think I am right, fairy dust for the fairies. And you can see just these really pale, sorry, darkish purples coming into the trees, going into the lighter purples. I mean, it is beautiful nuances in colour, and even going down here to all like the snow and the tree lines and everything. Yeah, so yeah, it's beautiful, and I've got quite a lot of blues in the top. We're just going up now. Just scale to the top. There we go. So just have a little look. Going up. You've seen that roof already, haven't you? So there we go. Okay, so this is the top. So where are these fairy dust? I'm trying to find them, but I can't find them. Oh, that's why. Ah, right. So they're actually these plus signs, but they confused me because they're actually a horizontal bar with a dot either side. But if you look from a distance, it just looked like crosses. That is what confused me. So they're all over actually, and not in the fairy at all, which is cool. So yeah, they're in the reefs here, and then in this reef here, and then I think they're scattered. I don't know how that is. That's around a person. I don't know whether that's like kind of some kind of holly or something. I'm not sure what that is. Something around the door. I guess it'll become clearer as I do it. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's better actually. There's some reefs here. Yeah. So I think that's better. That will look nicer, I think, than just being on the fairy at the top. You know. So it's a more subdued fairy. So yeah. So I'm very happy with the render of that. I mean, I saw it better. I could see it better on the website. You know, so I'll give you the link so you can have a look at the actual render. I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to reproduce the rendered image from their website or not. Obviously, this is a product I bought, so I can show you this. But as you can see. You can see the kind of the definition of the render, but it's always comes out a bit more bright and bold once we've actually done the actual placing of all the diamonds, and you don't have the symbols, you know, so it just always looks a lot better when we've actually done it, obviously, but you get an idea of what it looks like here. Okay, so the first thing I need to do, I'm going to speed this bit up again a little bit, I think, is I need to put the washi tape on the outside. I'm going to remove this whole cling film piece. Not everyone does this. Some people washi over the cling film, and it's not actual cling film, that's just what I call it, and then divide it up and then cut away the pieces and do it that way. But I tend to use release papers, and I get them from Amazon, and I'll link them again in the description. They just come in this little cardboard thing, and they look like this. They're double-sided, so you just have to be sure whether you're single-sided release papers or double-sided, because obviously you're going to be putting, if you're sticking the wrong side to it, it's going to wreck your canvas, so you need to be sure about that when you're buying these things, okay? But first I'm going to get some washi tape and just oops, sorry, that bang there. Yeah, just going to get some washi tape and washi tape around the edge, and that is because the poured glue over spills around onto the edge of the canvas, so you don't want to get dust and things trapped there. Okay. Okay, so I've washi taped the whole canvas. So now I'm going to put the release papers on. Now last time I screwed this up with my maths, but this time, to be honest, I'm not going to be too fussed about which way they're going, this way or that way and everything, because I know that it's not that hard to just unpeel, you know, which direction you're going when you're going up. So the important thing is that you just overlap them, and I'll just show you on this bottom bit. I've got the better, more zoomed out camera on, well, my phone camera this time, so you can at least see a bit better this time. So, and it's just that top edge, you want to make sure you kind of have that lined up exactly, well, or just beneath, literally slightly beneath one of the rows, so that you can do a complete row on that bottom edge. Okay, there we go. And just try and make it consistent as you go across, because you want to be able to do your diamond painting down to a certain point with each row. And we're just overlapping each one a little bit each time. Like I said, this is only one method of preparation. You can do another method which I described, but I don't do, so I won't be demonstrating it, but that's where you washi tape in sections. If you want to Google for different methods, you know, you just go on just go and Google, and then you'll be able to see. I think I always go from right. I've done this the wrong way. I have, haven't I? I always go from right to left. So I should really do these the opposite way, to be honest, because that would be the most sensible, wouldn't it? See, I've done it so that I peel, and they're all underneath each other, you know, so yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just going to do the next section up. Okay, and the same principle. Okay, I'll just speed up this process now so you can just get an idea. And I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so we're just about done, but I've been very silly. I've actually managed to run out of release papers. I can't believe it. I actually underappreciated how big this piece actually is. Um, yeah, because as you can see, it's like goes up quite a way, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll be really good. I might be able to finish this by the end of the Familon, which is a 2-month competition. Well, community event. But I'm not sure, to be honest, because just to give you an idea, I think the Literate Dragon was about 35 squares, and this is. So that's 40, not including all these side walls, so that's. Oh god. And not including all these ones at the top, so it's going to be quite a few. So it is a big one. So yeah, this is a challenge, but yeah, I'll just have to figure out whether to reuse some of the film that came with the project while I order some more from Amazon to come tomorrow, hopefully, so I can cover the rest of this canvas, so then I can hang it up ready for when we start in a week or so. Yeah, so very, very excited for this project. Not quite as colourful as my usual ones, but I'm excited about it nonetheless. Really, really looking forward to get started. I mean, I'll be glad after the first week or so when I've got through this top bit of sky. I think, because obviously that's a lot of dark colours, so that'll be a bit annoying. But although my multiplace will be able to go to work quite well on those bits, so I think these bits will go quite quickly. But it just all depends, what I have on that week and what I get up to. But yeah, really, really, really looking forward to this project. Yeah, so that's my unboxing and kitting up of Home is Where the Magic Is. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, feel free to comment below. I'll put all the appropriate links down below as well. And as always, see you again soon.